Hello friends, welcome back to the another video lecture of data structure subject. In this video we are going to learn about basic introduction of tree. So tree is a non-linear data structure. Till now we have studied about linear data structures. In it we have seen array, stack, queue and linked list. Now we are going to learn about our first non-linear data structure, which is tree. Okay, so definition of tree. Tree is a acyclic graph. We will understand this definition by its example. Now tree will have two things. First one will be the root and second will be nodes. We can say child nodes. Okay, so here we will have this type of structure in tree. So this node, starting node of our tree, will known as our root node, and other nodes will be known as different child nodes, or we can say disjoint nodes of our tree. So here this green node is our root node of this tree, and other nodes are the disjoint nodes of this tree. Okay, so this is basic structure of tree. Now root node. So definition of root node. Root node is a unique node in a tree to which further subtree are attached. So this is a root node. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 are the further subtrees of these 10. Okay, so this is the basic terminology of root node. Second, parent and child node. The node having further sub branches are called parent node. Means which node have further sub branches are known as parent node. So here we can say 10 have sub branches, means 20, 30 and 40. So here 10 will be the parent node. Again we see here that 40 have again further sub branches. So 40 will be the parent node. 30 will have further sub branches. So 30 will be the parent node. In tree there will be only a one root node, but there can be many number of parent nodes. Okay, so here we can say that 10 is a root node, also it is a parent node. 30 is a parent node, 40 is a parent node. 10 is a parent, so for that 10, 20, 30 and 40 are child nodes. 30 is a parent node, so 50 and 60 are the child node. And for 40, 70 is a child node. This is known as parent node, and these are known as child node in our tree. Okay, here as we discussed, 10 is a root node, also it's a parent. 30 is a parent of 50 and 60. You can see here 30 is a parent of 50 and 60, and 40 is a parent of 70. So here we can see that 40 is a parent of 70. So 40 is parent and 70 is child. Here 30 is parent and 50 and 60 are child. Here 10 is parent, 20, 30 and 40 are child node. Okay, so it is possible that parent node can be a child node of other node. In case of 30 and 40, here 30 is a parent node for 50 and 60, but it is a child node for 10. Okay, so this is basic terminology for parent node and child node. Now leaves. Leaves are the terminal nodes of tree, means last nodes who have no sub further tree. That node will known as a leaves. Means 20, so no further branches here, so 20 is a leaf. 50 and 60, 70, no further branches from 50, 60 and 70. So they are the leaves of this tree. Okay, so this is about leaves. Now basic terminology about degree of the node. So basically the total number of subtree attached to the node is called the degree of a node. So here we have 10, and with 10 we have attached 20, 30 and 40, means we have attached 3 subtrees, or we can say 3 sub nodes. So degree for this node, so degree for this 10 is 3. Here in this example you can see that degree of 10 is 2. Why? Because we have attached 2 tree, or we can say 2 nodes with this node. So this is the degree 2 of this node. Okay, now the maximum degree of any node in the tree is known as a degree of tree. Here in example we will understand that here for 10 degree is 3. Why? Because 3 nodes are attached with 10, 20, 30 and 40. For 30 our degree is 2. Why? Because 2 nodes are attached with 30. And for 40 degree is 1. Why? Because 1 node is attached with this 40. So we have different degrees for every node in this tree. 20, 50, 60 and 70 will have 0 degree, 30 will have 2 degree, 40 will have 1 degree, and 10 will have 3 degrees. So here this definition says the maximum degree of any node in the tree is degree of tree. So in this tree we can say this tree will be of degree of 3. Why? Because in this tree maximum degree of 10 is 3. Okay, so that is terminology about degree of tree. Now let's see level of the tree. The root node will always consider as 0. Next means child of 10 will be at level 1. That node's child will be at level 2. If we have another child 80 and 70 is its parent node, then 80 will be at the level 3. Means these are the levels. The 0 level, next child will be at level 1, its child will be at level 2, its child will be at level 3. So these are the levels of our tree. And remember one thing, always take root node at level 0, then further update your levels with every child node. Okay, so this is level of the tree. Now next is height of tree. The maximum level of tree is known as height of the tree. Here we can see here, if we consider 10 and 20, then our level is only 1. But if we consider 10, 30 and 50, or we can consider 10, 40 and 70, then our level will be 0, 1 and 2. So maximum level of this tree is 2. So that will be our height of the tree. Again understand, the maximum level of the tree is known as the height of the tree, and these are the levels of our tree. Okay, many times we consider that height of tree is known as also our depth of the tree. If we called depth of the tree, then it will be same as our level of the, or we can say height of our tree. Okay, so this is about height and depth of our tree. Now next terminology is preceders, or we can say predecessors. So while displaying the tree, if some particular node occurs previous to the some other node, then that node is called predecessors of our node. If we read our node as like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, then we called 10, 20, 30. So we read 10 before of 20. So in that case 20 is next node of 10, and 10 is previous node of 20. So in that case we will count our 20 is the predecessors of our tree. Here some other example is also given, that if we read node 20 first, then if we read node 50, then 20 is the predecessor of 50. If we read our node 20, 50, 60 and 70, then 20 will be the predecessor of 50, 50 will be the predecessor of 60, and 60 will be the predecessor of 70. If we read 10, 40 and 70, then 10 will be the predecessor of 40 and 40 will be the predecessor of this 70. Means previous node, our node's previous node will be known as our predecessor. Okay. Next is a successor. So successor is a node, okay, or we can say node which occur next to the sum node. If we read 10, 40 and 70, then 40 will be successor of 10, 70 will be successor of 40. If we read 10, 20, 30, 40, then 20 will be the successor of 10, 30 will be the successor of 20. So next node will known as a successor and previous node will be known as a predecessors. Okay. Now next and most important terminology, sibling. So sibling node are nodes on the same hierarchical level under the same parent node. Okay. Now let's understand by its an example. 10 is our root node, 20, 30 and 40 are the child node. So here our definition says sibling node are node on the same hierarchical level. Yes, 20, 30 and 40 are at the level 1, so they are on the same hierarchical level. And another condition is there, they must be under the same parent node. So 20, 30 and 40 are the child node, and for them root node is 10. So for that thing we can know that our 20, 30 and 40 are the siblings for the root 10. Here let's check this condition for other nodes. Here we have 50, 60 and 70 are at the same level, level 2, but our second condition says they must be under the same parent node. In that we can say that 50 and 60 are on the under same parent 30, but this 70 is not under 30, so they are not siblings. Siblings will have same parent node and it will be on the same hierarchical level in the tree. So here 20, 30 and 40 are the siblings. Why? Because they have 10 as a parent. 50 and 60 are the siblings. Why? Because 30 is its parents. So this is concept of sibling. Now next concept is internal node and external node. So here in figure it is clearly described that this red dot is our root node, this square boxes in yellow shape are our external nodes, and these blue shaped round shaped nodes are our internal node. So this is a basic terminology that every leaf node, every leaf will be our internal node, except the leaf node and root node, other node will be our internal nodes. Our definition says that an external node in one without child branches, means this node will do not have child branches, and internal node has at least one child branches, so this will be the internal nodes. Okay. Now next is forest. Forest is a collection of disjoint trees. From a given tree, if we remove its root, then we get a forest. So basically this is a single tree, but from a single tree if we remove a root node, then if we get different sub trees, then the collection of that sub trees will be known as a forest. So here if we remove this T1, then one subtree will be T3, T5, T6, second subtree will be T3, T5, T6, and third subtree will be T4 and T7. So after removing node T1, we will get 3 subtrees. So collection of that 3 subtrees will be known as a forest. Okay, so this is it for today's lecture. In next video lecture we will know about the binary search tree. Okay, so if you like this video, then like, comment and subscribe. Also share it with your friends. Thank you friends.